Welcome, everyone, to the CCL Halftime Show, Round of 4 edition. I'm Kyle Fergusson, and I'm joined today, again, by Storm Esports healer, BBJ. Welcome to you, BBJ.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. Good to talk to you. We got to know you a little bit last time in our interview, but for those who may not be familiar, what would be your condensed version of who you are and what you do?
I just go out there and try to heal my team and stop them from inting while inting as little as possible. But, I'm a high death, high impact healer,
There you go. Well, you're giver. You trade your life for theirs. They don't need healing while they're running away anyway. No problem.
Yeah.
Also, getting a little mad recently and going Ka-Regime because, done with the healing. I'm going to punch fools.
Yeah, it's always fun to do the damage a little bit.
So,
and then, you can still heal them a little bit. Cleanses at 16. You do some nice things.
Right? The movement speed. They can walk out of the damage now. It's their fault. It's ultimately their fault.
Agreed.
Last time we talked, you were about to fight Simplicity in week 3. So it's been a while, and it's been basically the whole group stage. How did that all feel over the course of almost the entire season?
I think it went pretty well. We lost that Simplicity week, but the only 2 weeks we lost, we didn't have our normal starting 5. We had no Kepi for 1 week against Simplicity and no Quaza for 1 versus Oxygen. So I think we're still pretty confident going into playoffs.
Nice. If there was a storyline to it, would it just be those losses, or do any of other matches stand out in your mind?
A few of them were really close. I think closer than we probably expected. Diamond Hands, who I think when we played them, I thought they were kind of, about to hit their upswing and do pretty well for the rest of the season, but they ended up coming out in 8th. Other than that, I think it was all 3-1s across the board. It's not too close, but yeah, I think we had some, challenging sets, but not any too hard. So I think we're pretty comfortable going into this next playoff weekend.
Yeah, the whole season itself has been full of 2-3s. It has been a throwdown in just about every game, coming down to amazing final moments. The bizarre one that might stand out in my mind is the games versus Oxygen. That was in week 6. What kind of happened there for the team?
Well, we didn't have Quaza coming in because
we
knew we were 4-1, so we were pretty confident we were going to make playoffs no matter how it went. So we let him focus up on his studies.
Oh, that's great.
And then, so now he's coming back. No more school. He's Masters Clash MVP, so
there you go.
We're feeling pretty good now.
So you all made it to the round of 4, and you were the only team to make it there without a coach, or at least a registered permanent coach. How does your team work? How does it critique itself and improve?
Well, Lauber makes sure to yell at, all of us equally. He doesn't try to pick on one person too much. But Kepi, he's a very smart player. IB, they both don't talk a ton in game because language issues, but out of game, there's a feedback channel. Everybody posts stuff, has new ideas on talents and what things we should do differently in game. And, we just work as a unit, without one person controlling the conversation too much.
That's really impressive. That takes a lot of, confidence and maturity in order to break through the various conversations that would have to happen in there. And in fact, you do a lot of analysis, it seems, over on your Twitch channel.
Yeah, I more flame the games than cast them generally when I'm watching.
As a support player, that is your right.
Yeah. All these goons making mistakes, taking free damage, wasting my mana. Awful.
Consuming your cleanses, though they might be a Malfurion cleanses. It does, tax the mind of the healer after all.
That's why we have to play Lucio now. Just infinite cleanses.
How do you feel about that? He did, get a little nerf, but of course has been dominant throughout almost the entire CCL season.
Yeah, I think the one area where he wasn't dominating was when his level 20 was bugged, so unpickable. But now, even though it's nerfed, it's still better than when you couldn't pick it. So I think he's still pretty overtuned, and he'll probably dominate a lot of the drafts in playoffs.
Yeah, if we were to kind of look at the storyline of your heroes over the course of the season, tons of Malfurion. Absolutely just endless Malfurion. All the leaf talents, which are very pretty on the website here.
Yeah,
and of course,
I like green. It's my favorite color.
Good. That works out well. Yeah. But also going that Serenity. Malfurion often underpicked in Storm League sort of areas, and just bringing it home for Storm Esports.
Yeah, for a while, the Serenity was bugged, and people didn't know, so I was getting away with a little bit of a bonus value, but now it's back to being pickable again. And Trank, you just see a lot and then rank 20, you feel like your team's pretty unkillable for about 8 seconds there, and then you get the cooldown reduction too, so it's up more often. Just you also get at 16, you start seeing the little crits on everybody with your healing when you're above 75%, so that gives you a nice little dopamine kick midway through when you get bored of just having to moonfire nonstop. So that's nice.
All right. That's not a talent I've seen a lot, but I now understand the mental impact of seeing crit healing that can have on the encouragement for a team. And then as the season's gone on here, a little bit of Ana's worked its way in.
Yeah, I think I was really bad at Ana for a while, started the season, and then I started spamming her quite a bit. Now I feel pretty confident on her. You know, I don't think she's a pick every game healer, but if there's a situation for it, I'll definitely pick it.
Yeah, talking about your June 19th games versus 30K, that Ana in your final Battlefield of Eternity was a dramatic impact.
I mean, it feels so long ago. I don't even...
I'm sure.
I don't remember a ton of it, but I'm sure... I think I was nano boosting somebody, right? Like a Ming or a Cassia, maybe?
That sounds right to me. We can find out here in the background. But, I mean, that's kind of what the struggle you all would have here is you had a big break as you didn't have to go through the gauntlet of playoffs. What's that been like for the team?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, we're still scrimming the gauntlet week, and then we scrimmed a bit like the week of the 4th of July. But then last week, we didn't scrim pretty much at all because we had Lauber and Quaza at Masters Clash. And pretty much nobody was scrimming, except for I think Simplicity did a bit with Jay in for Masquerade in some of their scrims. So I think it'll be a nice little refresh break, you know? 2 of the players are coming off Master Clash. They're probably pretty hyped up, and then the rest of us are kind of ready to get back into it.
Makes perfect sense. Is that... So you've got 2 players rocking, ready to go. There was also... I mean, was that balance patch on June 15th? Okay, so you already played on the most recent balance patch.
Yeah,
so that's not
patch has been a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just hoping they don't drop a patch like, you know, today as we speak or tomorrow and then mess everything up.
There is a slight chance of that, yes, as we have entered week 3, week 4 here. As that was so long ago, now it's going to be a rematch, a sort of surprise moment as Storm Esports will once again back-to-back over the course of a month, face 30K again. Any thoughts going up against them for a second time?
I mean, I think it'll be a pretty different set than what we played a month ago. We had CPX that whole series because IB was having internet issues, so, you know, we'd be kind of a bit of a different team, assuming we play with IB, but maybe we throw CPX in there because he beat him last time. And then I think they'll probably be switching some things up because they've been swapping drafters a bit late in the season. And then X-Ray just won Masters Clash. I believe he was their drafter. And Yasu was drafting for their team, I believe, and they didn't do great. So we'll see. There's a bit of a power struggle there for who drafts.
Yeah, if I were to summarize those games from a month ago, high damage on the side of Storm Esports. Just bruisers exploding, perhaps, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, we were abusing their front line a little bit, I think. And then CPX also had some like pretty big moments over that series.
Yeah,
big arrows
sure.
and the Cursed Hollow, I know for sure.
Yeah, really good showing there. As you advance, hopefully, through this round of 4, who do you think's gonna win in that upcoming Simplicity Chili Mountain match?
I mean, I think it's pretty hard not to pick Simplicity to win that one, just because they've been pretty dominant. But I think it'll be closer than expected, maybe. I mean, Chili Mountain's definitely been on like a big momentum swing over the last, I don't know, 4 weeks maybe of the season. They started winning a lot more. They dropped like 1 to Granite, but then I think they won the rest. Except for they lost the last week against Simplicity, right? Is it double rematches?
For them, yes, actually in the week 7, but of course they had to go back through that playoffs there.
Yeah, but it's kind of the repeat of week 7, I guess, in that way. So we'll see if anything changes.
Is that who you would have expected
results
to get out of the gauntlet? I mean, we had Diamond Hands, Granite Gaming, WildHeart Esports, Chili Mountain, Oxygen. They're facing off in the end.
I thought it was a bit of a toss-up between WildHeart, Chili Mountain, and Oxygen.
Nice.
Maybe favoring Chili Mountain a bit, just because they seemed like the most solid, where the other ones kind of depended on their drafts being stronger more often. But yeah, I'm definitely not surprised. Yeah, they also had more momentum. WildHeart was a lot of losses, but a lot of 2-3s, so you never knew if they were going to turn it around or kind of crumble.
For sure. Well said. As we are going to be keeping our cards close to the chest here going into our rematch here. We will let the audience decide what you have to show. Any shout outs you'd like to do here at the end?
Shout out to Storm Esports, all the employees there helping us just play nothing but HOTS. And then shout out to my teammates, Lauber, Quaza, Kepi, CPX, IV. Most of us stream. Sorry.
Hey, Storm Stream, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Branding.
Storm Stream. Yeah. I think everybody but IB, because he's playing on a little laptop. We'll have to switch that up for next season, maybe. But yeah.
Really? On
shout out to Twitch chat as well. Yeah, IB plays on a laptop.
Impressive.
He has a mouse at least. He's not on a trackpad, but
not the touchpad.
Yeah.
That just makes it all the more impressive. Well done. Well done. Well, everyone watching at home, enjoy the round of 4 as we hurtle towards the winners finals, the losers finals, and those grand finals. Enjoy the show.